What's going on, everyone? Getting back to some Baldur's Gate 3 stuff for you, and today I have a guide on how to do the hard achievement, possibly the hardest achievement in the game, Leave No One Behind. This is making sure none of the Tieflings die in your playthrough, so yes, you are going to be a goody-goody, but it's worth it. I'm sure, like, if you care about achievements, I mean, it's worth it. So anyways, let's get started with Act 1 stuff. I've read various guides on this, and I kind of combined a lot of ideas from both of them to make a general list of what to do. Feel free to pause it here and kind of just double check everything, but I will be showing you a couple other situations where maybe you didn't talk to the right person and that's why it didn't work for you. So first thing you just saw was talking to Rolan and convincing him to stay and fight for the Tieflings. Next, at the Emerald Grove prison, make sure Arca does not assassinate the goblin Zaza. Basically, if she is allowed to kill Zaza, you will find her corpse just outside the goblin camp, and your achievement will be ruined right then and there. Obviously, we have everyone's favorite little tiefling, Arabella. Make sure to save her from Kaga. And then also just follow up with her parents afterwards, as they will say their thanks and you'll be a hero. Then we have Murkon, who is on the beach and he is being lured by harpies. You make sure to kill the harpies and make sure he does not die during the fight. It can be pretty easy sometimes, but hey, that's how things are when kids are involved with combat. Pro tip, throw a silence down on the middle island where the harpies will spawn, and you silence 3 of them, making this fight much easier and you won't be lured at the very start of the battle. Forgot to put this out there, but you should definitely play on the lower level difficulty for doing this achievement, as it is very annoying and you would like to be able to go back to save, so don't be playing it on honor mode. Next up is saving Nadira from a bugbear assassin. You can use this elevator that's in the heart of the Emerald Grove where you move a sleeping bear, or climb up the ladder where you first enter the grove and head right. You'll see this little mountainous area and a bugbear will be waiting to ambush Nadira as soon as you get close. Go turn-based mode, get the attack on him, and make sure she lives. She'll give you a soul coin too for your effort. And just to cover all the bases, make sure to talk to Zevlor. I don't know if it's important or not, but I made sure to, just to say, hey, I'm going to kill all these goblin leaders for you. There's also the Tiefling Larkrissa, who has a little guard station just above where Zevlor hangs out. If you have a decent enough strength, you should be able to just jump right up there and you'll make a bet with her. I don't know if it's super important, but I made sure to do it anyways, as she does appear in Act 2. Now this should cover everything in Act 1, making sure to talk to and save all these tieflings before resolving the goblin camp. Obviously you are not siding with the goblins, as you do not want to ransack all of these tieflings that you just saved. And yes, we're even talking about saving Helson too.
Wow.
And just for good measure, I did slaughter every single goblin I saw, just in case. Okay, so Act 2, the main thing, we're going to still be the goody-good that we are, and make friends with Jaheira, which is great. We are going to try to talk to all the tieflings that have arrived in the Last Light Inn. Did forget to mention about saving Barkus Root. I don't think it's important to anything, but I did so anyways, because we are saving everybody. Might as well save him too.
Okay.
Sells good stuff anyways. I think he's worth helping out, especially for like Act 3 stuff. I didn't mention, but Elvira is also there, but I don't think it matters. As long as you slayed the goblin camp, she will still remain with you and will meet you at the Last Light Inn. Basically just talk to all the tieflings around here. More specifically, you want to talk to Rolan, as he will say and mention that the tieflings got attacked on the road and that you gotta go save them from the prisons. And this will start the Save the Tieflings quest in Act 2. Here's a bit of a summary to help at ease your mind. Let's go without saying, do not do the night song until everything is ready to go. This is just the aftermath, but this is basically from saving Isabel and making sure she does not get kidnapped, as if she does get kidnapped, all of these kids and tieflings, everyone here will die. Afterwards, you want to talk to the kids and you'll learn that Mol has been kidnapped. So you'll have the Mol quest, which is perfect. You need that. You can find Arabella when you're on your way to Moonrise. She will be right outside the House of Healing looking for her parents. Find her, agree to find her parents for her, and allow her to go to your camp. Perfect. That's one down. Unfortunately, that Arabella's parents are inside the House of Healing and they are now dead. So that's going to be great news for Arabella to hear. Speak undead to the father, but the mother does not respond. It also doesn't really provide too much. Make sure to tell her that her parents are dead. This is important to her story. I tried to show her that her parents are dead, and I think it just didn't really work out, but she didn't seem to notice or care. Unlike Batman, we are going to move on from dead parents. Talking to Rolan after the fight at Last Light Inn will cause him to move to a new location where he gets attacked by a bunch of shadows. Make sure to save him early. The location was just shown a little bit earlier, but afterwards he will be thankful and he will return to the inn, letting you do all the saving you want. I recommend going to save him as soon as possible, as he might potentially die after certain events transpire. I'm fairly certain this is optional, but you can save Thaniel from the Shadowfell with Helson's help and combine him once again with Oliver. This is to rid the Shadowlands of its curse. Next, we are going to play nice with the Absolute and head to Moonrise Tower, specifically the prison for the prison break. As you can see when we get down there will be Tieflings in one cell and Wolbrin and his Iron Hand gnomes in another. This is important because we're going to have to get Wolbrin a weapon in order for him to break out of prison, which is upstairs in the center, guarded by one of those all-seeing eyes. Just avoid it, steal it, and go back to him and throw it into his cell, and everything should be good to go. You'll just have to talk to him one more time when you are ready. It is best to take out the one patrolling guard who has the 2 eyes. The eyes have high resistance to everything except for lightning, but there is also another method you can use, and that is by yeeting them into oblivion. Can't believe I just said yeeting. Anyways, after the eyes and guards are dealt with, you can find a little path behind the cells where the Iron Hand gnomes are waiting for you to break the door for the Tiefling cell, even though they could clearly do it themselves. Use anything bludgeoning or explosive should do the trick. All the escapees will be around a boat, which has some chains attached to it. Just attack the chains and you will save them. They try to help, but they're not very useful in this case. And just to be safe, make sure to go to the Last Light Inn with them, not leaving them to their own devices. Now this is where you'll be able to complete the Save the Tieflings quest in Act 2. All you will have to do is talk to all the Tiefling survivors that are now back at Last Light Inn. There's Roland and his friends, Elvira and Larkissa. After talking with Elvira, she'll be so thankful she'll give you a whole bunch of loot, including the potent robe, which is pretty solid robe for a caster using charisma. Now around the outer edges of Last Light Inn, you'll find the couple Danis and Bex. I had to reload an old save just because I did not talk to them earlier, and they'll be super thankful, and this should complete your quest if they are the last ones to talk to. And as you can see here, the Rescue of the Tieflings quest is done and finished, and you can mosey on. So finish up the night song, get to the point where you're in the Moonrise Towers, and you'll be able to save Zevlor, who is in the basement. He is trapped in a pod with a whole bunch of other people and some mind flayers, so be wary of that. You'll have to do a fight, which is very easy at this point. Just crush him, save Zevlor, and talk to him afterwards. He will tell you that he needs to rescue some other people, which you gladly encourage him to do. Wish him best of luck. Now go finish Act 2 and crush Kethric Thorm.
Yeah, boy.
Guess I was listening to Persona 4 music while I was recording that one. Well, fortunately for Act 3, this is pretty much good and done. Find Mol in the Thieves Guild, which is in the sewers of the lower city. Arabella will also be in the sewers. So let's just check up on our little murdering tiefling we have here. And Roland will now be working at the Sorcerous Sundries. So if you are doing the night song part of this quest, and because of all the good deeds you've done for Roland, he will actually side against the Roacon because, you know, he is also a piece of crap. And he will now join the fight with you. So you have to make sure he does survive, as there are some pretty tough monsters in this fight. Mostly Dame Aelin though. And that just about sums it up. He survives the fight, then all you have to do is finish the game. I would also like to add, just in case, you can talk to some of the various tieflings you found at the refugee camp in Rivington. It doesn't seem important, but it might help in case something does go wrong. If you have been following this guide to a letter, you should be just fine, as the credits will roll and you will get your achievement. And again, I definitely recommend you have done this on an easier mode and you're shooting for other achievements at the same time, as you know you can double up and it'll be more worthwhile for your journey. I tried to complete this in a very quick time. I finished playing the game in just under 3 days to get this achievement, as well as a few others that I was looking for. Again, I really hope this helps anyone who is trying to go for this achievement. I know it can be a little finicky, and again, if you maybe don't talk to the right people at the right time, then you could be missing out on this entire thing. It's a little frustrating, I know, but if you are going for achievements, then I definitely recommend using this guide, as I did just make it. Good luck! I hope you guys get the achievement. Let's bring this up to at least 5%. If you have any questions regarding certain steps, feel free to comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as I can.
Oh yeah.
As always, thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one.